Hello everyone, it's Mr. Fiction 1. In the past, on me and my best friend's podcast, Behind the Curve, you've heard me talk about a person known as J.G. Keely, quite frequently, including sometimes quoting him directly. Well, most of you have probably figured out that he's a famous critic, especially one that deals with fantasy fiction. However, that isn't quite it. In reality, he's a semi-well-known internet critic that is significantly mysterious who, as of late, has had sparse activity online. Aside from his Goodreads page and his tiny blog, he hasn't posted much content. As for YouTube, not only does it seem that he doesn't have a channel of his own, there seems to not even be any videos discussing him at all, nor even mentioning him, making him a golden opportunity for me to generate video content about him. I first discovered the Keely circa mid-decade after discovering his review for Titus Grown, an art fantasy novel that deals with an elite family that live in a crumbling ancient castle known as Gormenghast. I remember at the time, Keely's review was either the top of or second highest voted review of the page or something, and what I remember is that his review seemed to be the only one that captured the main attraction of Peake's novel, which was his writing style. As I read on, I was shocked to see that Keely had given many negative reviews for various other famous fantasy novels I liked, and I was shocked. But at the same time, I agreed very much what he was saying, including the general philosophical asides he was making on the art of writing. As I moved on, the more I agreed with him, and as I got to be familiar with more trusting with his opinions, I got to see what fiction he did like, especially fantasy novels. What resulted was much of the content we review and discuss on our podcast, like The King of Elfland's Daughter and Baldur's Gate, two works of fiction I had no idea existed before coming to Keely. Rather than rant on what makes Keely's writing so great and unique, I'll be brief and post some links in the description. Anyway, if I could sum up what makes Keely's form of reviewing so unique, his knowledge of human nature and his ability to look at works of fiction as both psychological and historical artifacts. I think this can be seen in the reviews of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, as well as reviews for Mervyn Peake and Lord Dunsany's works. This can also be seen in the articles he links in his reviews, as well as the articles he writes himself on his blog, such as his excellent series about writing women in fiction and fantasy world building. Links in the description. Unfortunately, Keely has all been dead from the internet. While he has occasionally updated his recommendations in fantasy lists, also linked in the description, and has occasionally also updated his friend list on Goodreads, he's essentially been radio silent. One guess is that he's been hard at work on his novel, and as he has released a slew of publicly available fiction in mid-2016. Really, he's a mysterious figure in general, not telling much about his personal life, except he lives in Albany, New York, lives alone, probably is on the far left politically, and has only one confirmed photograph of himself, which I am showing now. Anyway, hope one day all my audience can be unabashed killings, just like me. Until then, see you later.